Alright, guys. I don't know how to start it though, cause this should be the last part of it, or the beginning part.
Wait, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Ryan Little.
So you guys thought this was over? No, we still got the Q&A part of this video. A lot of you guys have responded to my questions on Instagram that I posted recently. I really appreciate all the responses that I got back. Thank you guys. So starting off, I'm gonna try to answer as many as I can, but there's quite a few. And if I nuke your names, forgive me, but I try not to do that. I don't know. I'd just rather just say that the question right off the bat. So, first question of the day will be, where is your favorite area to hang out in Tokyo? And they said mine is London. And London is, I'm probably nuking it again too, it's Shoreditch. But definitely Harajuku, Omotesando is like by far like my favorite part in Tokyo. I always go there. Even when I don't try to go there, I always end up there. So that's that. And then someone asked me I messed up. So if you had to, how would you label your aesthetic? I would say my aesthetic is a cross between like street, and also would say is a cross between like minimalistic dapper. Cause I can't just do one style at a time. I still pick and choose what I want to wear. I still experiment. So I'm still experiment between those two type of styles. But for the most part, I like doing both. There's certain occasions you can wear one side, and then there's an occasion where you can wear the other type of outfit. So don't be afraid to try new things out and see what works for you. So I was asked, how long have you lived in Tokyo for? So actually I don't live in Tokyo. I live in a prefecture called Kanagawa, and I lived here for almost 3 years now. I do go to Tokyo a lot, but yeah, I actually live in that place, not Tokyo. It's actually a long time. It's going by pretty damn fast in my opinion, but I'm here. And then another person asked me, favorite things about Japan. By far, the number one thing I would say that I like about Japan is how safe it is. It is very safe. You can walk in the middle of the night in a dark alleyway and be okay. And there's not as much violence as in the States. There's violence, but there's not as much as, way more in the States, as you can probably visualize what I mean. Another thing is convenience stores. They're so convenient. And 7-Eleven is like top tier 7-Eleven opposed to the States. You can get everything, and everything actually tastes good. It's not like moldy or like mushed up. Like what you get is like in pristine shape, and it actually tastes like good. So you can make a whole meal if you wanted to. If you're hungry, you can make a whole breakfast. You can make a whole lunch meal. So pick your poison whenever you go in there. They got a array of choices to select from. Alright, so I was asked favorite things or thing about Japan. My number one favorite thing is how safe it is here. It is absolutely safe. You can walk in a dark alley by yourself. Even as a female, they can walk in that situation and be perfectly okay. Like they won't be looking around. They won't be anxious, or they won't be running. They'll just be walking like nothing happened and just playing on their phone. Another thing is the convenience of convenience stores. There's like three major convenience stores here. There's 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson's. I say it in that order because that's my number 1 to 3 scale on favorite convenience stores. But you can get anything that you want there. You can get a full breakfast, you can get a full lunch, you can get a full dinner. And the food quality is actually pristine, like it's pretty pristine. Opposed to going to the States, you guys probably know when you go to the States how 7-Eleven food is after you microwave it. No, here in Japan, like when you microwave food, it's actually still in like the same form, believe it or not. It's pretty funny, but, and they don't have Slurpees though. I mean, you're not missing too much actually, but they got a lot more variety of foods that can make up for not having Slurpees. Yeah, that's my opinion on 7-Eleven. Also, I think you can learn a lot. You can be inspired a lot in Japan just by walking around. There's so many people. When you feel like you're dressed to impress here, you're actually underdressed until you kind of like notice and like observe how people in Japan and what they wear on an everyday basis do, like especially in the city. So I used to come here thinking I was like pretty dressed up, but then until I came here and noticed like the variety of people and how they dress, I was like, wow, like, I cannot be coming to Tokyo like dressing like I'm dressing. So now every time I go to Tokyo, I pretty much dress to impress, just because you never know who may come around and may, you know, spot you, and you know, they may be like, hey, so what you do out here? I have like opportunity for you, yada yada yada. And just on a side note, if I sound like I'm nervous, I am nervous. So, you know, you guys give me some, don't be too hard on me or anything like that, guys. But it's my first vlog, like my official vlog. So, yeah, be easy, be easy. Next question will be, what made me move to Japan? So the reason why I moved to Japan is I was inspired a lot when I was a kid, because I like art, I like to draw, and then I liked like the video games and all that stuff too. So it wasn't one of my friends, like back in the day, he introduced me into literally like Dragon Ball, and this was when it was on like on the CD and VCR, on the cassette tape, not a cassette tape, but like the videotape. And then I watched it and I was like, wow, this is really good. And then watching Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball, that pretty much introduced me into other things. But at the same time, I was playing games, like a lot of Capcom games. And I think a lot of Capcom games venture more into like predominantly like Japanese type of art style in video games and entertainment. So if you connect the two together, and then I drew too, like I compared a lot of the two, but at the same time, and just like made my own idea when I draw, and it was very like Japanese type of drawing and the art style. I liked it, and the animation came later. So and then I actually visit here. I took one trip here, and everything that I saw in like animes and everything was literally the same thing. So I was like, it was like very surreal, like very surreal. Like the crows you see in the anime, like you hear them and see them, they do the exact same thing. And I'm just like, ooh, ooh, wow, ooh, ooh, like whoa, like it's so cool. Like the people, like some scenarios that you see on the animes, like they're in the same position, and you're like, wow, so this is where they got their ideas from when they made these, this anime or show. And yeah, it's been a fun experience. The people are nice. You know, I can't get enough of that. So I don't really feel like I'm judged here at all. You can feel like yourself. But enough about that. I'm gonna move on to the next question. Another one person asked me, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is actually blue. Even though you guys see me wear green a lot, sometimes it just works that way. You know, you don't normally wear your favorite color, is weird. What's your favorite anime? This is kind of a very opinionated question. Do you mean new or old, or just all around? I would say currently, I would definitely say Demon Slayer right now, because if you've seen that show, you know. If you know, you know. So I don't need to explain too much about that. But if I can go back to like what I grew up on, I would definitely say my favorite anime would be, believe it or not, the Gundam series. A lot of the Gundam series is pretty cool. It gets pretty deep. On to the next question. How did you first link with Ken? This is funny. As much as I told you guys my favorite spot in Tokyo was Omotesando, that's actually where we met. Like, we had mutual friends that knew each other. And of all places, as I told you before, you know, Omotesando or Harajuku is like my favorite part in Tokyo to go to. So I was hanging out with my friend that knew Giz, and Giz was with Ken at the time. So as we were walking down that whole street, we ended up spotting each other like literally in the middle of the street, and that's how we met. And then me and Ken started talking, and we just like clicked like right off the bat. That don't normally happen for him, as you guys don't know, but we hit it off right off the bat. And ever since then, we've been friends for 2 years. It's been actually starting today that we've been friends for 2 damn years. That's a long damn time. That's cool, man. And the next question would be, what do I have? Alright, next question was, how do you know Luca? So, me and Luca go way back. Since I've been in Japan, I'm just playing. So actually, we just bumped into each other by coincidence. The time, like my time as being here in Japan. Like the first time I got here, I bumped into him one time, and then the year after, I bumped into him again. And then within that same year, he came back twice. So that third time he came back, I bumped into him again, like once again, and he was in Shibuya, Harajuku at that time. And he actually remembered me the third time, which was funny, because he thought that I was working here doing something else, but I actually told him that I lived here. He was like, "Oh, that's dope." But he's actually a humble guy, like really dope person. I didn't think he would be that dope. Another person asked, "What's your nationality?" I will ask you guys a question. What nationality do you think I am? Okay, so my nationality is actually American. I was born in America. That's pretty much like sums that up. Please start a YouTube channel, someone asked as well. That's what I'm doing here right now. So hope you guys like my blog. Favorite designers in the game currently. I actually don't have a favorite designer at the moment. It's just because a lot of them have staple pieces that do stand out in their own individual ways. So sometimes it's a hit or miss within the seasons. But for me, I personally think every designer has something that stands out that I probably would want to get. So I can't really answer that question to a T, because there's too many good choices in certain seasons. I got another question that says, do you just model for Bujade for a living, or do you have other means? So actually, I do the modeling for Bujade. It's actually like a hobby or my side job thing. But I have another means for my primary job here, and I'd rather keep that in silence rather than explain. Eventually, you guys will figure out what I do. I'll be more comfortable telling you guys that later on, but right now I'll just keep that on the DL. What is your most essential piece in your closet? I would definitely say my dress jacket. As you guys know, the same one that A$AP Rocky wore with the zipper on the side and on the back, along from one side of the sleeve to the other. Yeah, that would be my most staple piece in my wardrobe. I love that jacket. Another question was, what have you been up to lately? What are you doing in Japan? I kind of explained what I'm doing in Japan. I don't want to explain that right now, like my job, later, but not now. But what I have been doing lately is, since quarantine started, I haven't been able to go to Tokyo much. So, I mean, that'd be the reason why you guys haven't seen me out and about too much. Which goes on to another question of why you guys haven't seen me in Ken's vlogs. It's because of COVID. Where I work at currently, they're kind of prohibiting me from going places because COVID is, the numbers in certain cities are higher than where I live at. So they don't want me to spread that to my community and my workspace. So that's the answer to that question, why I haven't been to Tokyo lately for almost 8 months. It's been a long damn time. I actually miss it so much. Can't wait to go back. Pretty soon I will, but we'll see how things go. Another question says, tips on fashion. So my tip on fashion is whatever you guys feel happy in, if you feel confident, comfortable, that's the key. There are no rules when it comes to fashion as long as you know who you are. So do what you want as long as it makes you happy. That's all I have to say about that, I didn't always start off as like being able to dress as well, I just experimented. But, over time I got a lot of people who said I dress nice. Thank you again guys for, being supportive of, my progress through all these years. And you'll be judged no matter where it comes from. Someone here on this side may not like what you wear, and then someone over here will definitely be cool with what you like. But in my opinion, if you want to do, you pretty much dress as you feel. Like, you dress as an extension of your personality. Think about yourself as being deaf. You can't talk, but you want to represent who you are to people without talking to them. That's the only way I was. People are going to judge regardless. Just kind of like knock those people out because they're ignorant. And a lot of times they make fun of you about something like that. They're just unhappy with themselves. And then, you got those people who like what you do. Those people are more open-minded. And also tells a lot about them as a person too, that they've been around and they kind of experience more people and all that good stuff. So again, just be creative. Also, don't be afraid to try new things and see what fits you better. And then when you get a comment, the comments that you get, like the good comments you get from people for dressing how you want to, is where you get your answers from. So I'll just stick to that. And I just wanted to communicate with people on a bigger scale and connect with people. As you guys know, this is a big community, so we need to stick together. Big name brand versus vintage/minimal. That I kind of explained that somewhere along in the video before, but in all of those three categories, there's bits and pieces that I do like. Again, big name brands, I do like Prada. Prada is one of the ones I like the most. Every now and then, Louis Vuitton comes out with some good heat. Vintage wear, anything can be vintage nowadays. Some people just refurbish it. So, everybody wear like Wu-Tang shirts or Metallica shirts. And minimal, I feel like that is something more on your creativity. You just can't wear something and know it's it. Like, you have to kind of know like your silhouette of clothes when it comes to minimalistic type of clothes. But I like bits and pieces of all three of those categories. What is your background was another question asked. I'm actually African American. I don't know where you guys thought I was from, but I'm just African American. If you could only listen to one album/artist for the rest of your life, what would it be? That is a very good question. Right off the bat, just because like the more you listen to this guy's album, the better it gets. But I would say Frank Ocean. There's a place and time to play like the lit music, but you can play like R&B, chill type music in any type of situation. So I would definitely say Frank Ocean. I can listen to his Blonde album day on, years to come, decades to come. Simple as that. Someone says, if you only had to wear one brand for the rest of your life, what are you wearing? I would definitely go to Unique Glow because they have a lot of essentials that you wear in your everyday life. You know, they got cozy fits when you go to sleep and everything. So I would definitely go with Unique Glow because you find it everywhere here in Japan, actually Asia. Convenience store snack haul, please, or rate different alcoholic beverages. That would be an actual fun video to do with my friends. I actually like that one. That would be cool. Because I know a lot of people would like to see the foods and the drinks people have here in Japan. Like, they have a lot more seasonal varieties, more so than the States. So I think that would be really, really fun. Are you and Ken still working together? Yeah, we're still working together. It's just, like, currently I can't go to Tokyo because of my job won't allow me to go that far because of COVID reasons. So due to my job not allowing me to go to Tokyo, I can't really work for shoots or anything like that currently, but we're working on our way to get back on track on that stuff for now. But alright guys, I think we're done. That wraps things up with all the questions. I answered everything that stood out most to me. Sorry I couldn't answer everyone's questions, but yeah, these are a few things about me and what's going on in my life currently. But you know, I'm pretty sure you guys hope to see, you know, everybody, including my friends, to like collab eventually with this whole YouTube thing. But if you guys like if you like the video you was watching, so subscribe to my channel. Still figuring out the name, but eventually I think we'll have it somewhere up and running. And if you want to know what I'm doing on a daily, just follow my Instagram. I'll leave that in the description below. So, but other than that, thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.